All right, so we should be live at this point. Should be. I'll know for sure in 5 minutes if this first scene swaps on its own like it's supposed to. I'm gonna pull it up now and see if I can. Big Mike, what's up, buddy? Got people in here already. Go figure. There's an echo. That's not gonna work. You should go fishing, Big Mike. Do you hear any echoes on your end, Big Mike, or is it just my end? Okay, so the echo I hear is on my end, but Mike can't hear it, so that's good. That's because you're not pulled up on the screen yet. It is just me. So in a minute when I switch to a scene with you in it. What's up, Travis? We'll see if he can't. So they can't even hear you at all right now, right? So it sounds like I'm just talking to absolutely nobody right now, which is a hilarious situation to be in here. So I'm gonna pull up this triple camera thing, and
What? Huh?
where'd it go? Say something, Zach.
Something. Something. Something.
Yeah, okay, there is an echo there, but that echo has got to be from.
Our phones being so close together?
No. I'm muted. My phone's muted right now.
Right.
That way we don't have it on the stream.
Okay, hang on,
But
fix this.
Anthony,
Hang on. Woo! This is awful. Yeah, you can hear Viking now. And he was echoing, I'm assuming. So no echo for me. Was Zach not echoing for you either? Okay. So it's completely on my. Oh, that drives me nuts. Okay. Zach, say something again. Okay. So it does not echo as long as I don't have the live stream pull it up. So, okay. That makes sense. That's good. That means it's working. But now I just need to test lag stuff.
that's what I just said. That's the reason it was echoing.
Camera's pretty good. Doesn't seem overly crazy. A little bit of lag, but not enough to really be a problem. Greenwell Fishing, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. We're just testing out this stuff. You can't see Zach because I don't know why, to be honest with you. Haven't figured that part out yet. Actually, I do know why. No, I know why. Hang on. I know what it is. Because I need to do this. Copy that. That cam solo. This is the part I was talking about. I have to do every time if you disconnect, which can be annoying. Yeah, there you are. And then here, boom, there you are. Fantastic. And of course, Amanda's hiding herself for that test. It doesn't work there. But definitely could be worse.
You see my hand?
I don't see jack squat.
Watch me.
Oh,
Hi.
there you are.
Mine's lighter than yours, darker than yours.
Travis said no echo. That's good. Can't handle that much ugly anyway. That's awful.
That must have been Mike.
Mike said, ouch, way too much too fast. I'm not really sure what he means by that.
Me. Calling me Oogie. Brought
Maybe.
you to buy a drink. We didn't ask your opinion, Wendy.
Oh, okay. Yes, I was acting all ugly. There is still no echo. I'm just confirming with everybody that's watching this right now. There is no echo. Because I'm hearing one still. But as long as you guys aren't, that's all that matters.
You just had to get over it because I don't hear an echo either.
Fantastic. That's awesome. This is working the way it's supposed to be. It's a little bit laggy, but again, I just need to get a better computer now to fix most of this. Probably need to get rid of the 800 tabs I have open too.
Well, yeah, usually that's the problem sometimes.
What? Don't start with me. Who do you think you are, lady?
It's like, I just know computers.
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
I didn't take computer engineering for no reason.
This is not StreamYard. This is actually a software that I used back when I was streaming video games, and is fairly popular to do still. It's got a lot more control, a lot more options, and I can do the high quality. The only problem is I can't do it from my cell phone. I have to do it from the computer of the house. But on top of that, it lets me automate some things and whatnot, so I can set it up so it can play certain things in a row in a sequence for me, or it can do certain trigger actions once I get a little more familiar with it. Dave, welcome to the test stream. We're just trying things out, see how it goes. Oh, there's fire. Don't burn the house down.
That is late. That is lagging quite a bit.
Well, it's gonna lag a little bit. I mean, so
Yeah.
you got your guys' source is feeding to my computer, and then my computer's outputting it to the stream. There's gonna be a lag from my computer to the stream anyway, but then added on top of the fact that you're feeding to me makes that do what it does.
Yeah.
So that's expected.
There's even a lag between my phone and your phone. There's about a 3-second lag between my phone and your phone.
Oh.
Because I've been watching it this whole time. So I've been, give me the ladder.
Bonnie? You almost got it.
Quit.
Got 7 wonderful people in here watching this and watching us goof off and figure this out. I appreciate it.
I've been goofing off the whole time. What you talking about?
They do live in the middle of nowhere, Alabama. That is true. But if this software, if I can get it to work correctly, which so far it's working, if I can upgrade my computer a little bit more, which I hope to do in the future anyway, I'll actually be able to host tournaments with this, and there will be, I can actually do like 20 or 30 people, potentially, as long as my CPU and graphics card and everything can handle it. And if that happens, then we can actually host some tournaments, some bigger tournaments, this way. I wouldn't be able to compete in them, obviously, because I can't do it through my phone. But if I'm hosting one, I really should be competing in it anyway. Talking for the channel in general, obviously the podcast isn't going to be doing tournaments, I don't think, but just for the YouTube channel itself. There's weekends where nobody's doing anything. I wouldn't mind doing like pop-up tournaments. Who's fishing this weekend? Cool, put them in a tournament. Winner gets $5 or something. Something like that. But we'll see. I know you do, Mike. Who doesn't like tournaments? I like tournaments. I wish I could fish in more tournaments. That's not always an option.
Amanda over here playing charades on my camera.
So just asking. I just heard another echo. Do you guys here in the chat hear an echo between Amanda and Zach laughing? If you guys are still not hearing echo, that's awesome. That means that's awesome. I got stuff set up correctly. Cool. So I'm the only one that's got to deal with the echo. I'm going to go nuts. But at least it's working the way it's supposed to. That's awesome.
Echo.
Well, while you're here, I'll let you guys hear the intro.
Grab your rods and tackle box, folks, as we dive into the wild world of fishing. Get ready for some laughs, some fish stories, and a touch of chaos as we wade into the deep waters of fishing wisdom. Our guides on this trip are a know-it-all, a guy who desperately needs a haircut, and a man named Sam. In this podcast, this motley crew shares their knowledge, their latest fishing antics, and probably get into more trouble than they bargained for. It's a podcast as unpredictable as the sport of fishing. If you love fishing, then this is the place to be, because in this podcast, every catch is a big one. Every story is a keeper, and the only thing more legendary than the tales is the trio delivering them. Welcome to the Bait Tank.
Hey, there you go. It's working the way it's supposed to. If you don't have a tackle box, grab your bucket, Mike. No big deal. Fantastic. Oh yeah, see, but like that whole thing, I didn't touch anything. I literally, I went to that first scene. It plays the intro. The only other thing I'm trying to fix, obviously I try to give you guys a few minutes when you guys come in to do that. I'd rather have it set up where it just automatically cycles through everything. If I hear the intro music playing, I know I need to shut up and be ready for you guys. So we'll, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. And I feel like it's working well. Quality's still good. I got to hang up all my stuff on the wall behind me. It's blank. I still have it over here because I moved my office some. Yeah, Zach is a co-host, and then my buddy Sam is a co-host. So they both live way away from me, so it gives 3 different perspectives on subjects, different experiences, different areas, whatnot. So I don't need a haircut. I just shaved mine yesterday. I got another day and a half before I got to worry about it. Hey, Mr. Rogers, thanks for coming in. This is just a test stream. We're just testing stuff out. This isn't an actual podcast. It's just making sure things work. It's been a long process, and I have a little bit more to do yet, but it's not with this in particular. So I think we're pretty much done with this, which is fantastic. I even had they cannot see you, Zach. I don't even think they can hear you. Can anybody hear Zach right now? I'm assuming you can't. Zach, go la 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 or something for a second. Yeah, they can't hear you, Zach. It's perfect. It's the way it's supposed to be. They can't hear you unless I pull you up here. You want to talk to him for a second? Give me a sec, Zach. Zach, now you can say something, Zach. You're good. Cool. Well, there you go. They can hear. Well, they can hear you now, so I'm not crazy. It's all good. Perfect. Perfect. You and Amanda are both there. Why am I not there anymore? That's interesting. Oh, it's that triangle layout. I'm good. Never mind. I got it. In fact, here, let me fix that quick, just so I don't go nuts here. That's me. I'm the weird robot looking thing. So yeah. Because I'm bald. I mean, what's the point here? Yeah. Just confirming, Travis. You said he's muted. Is Zach muted, or can you hear Zach now? You should be able to hear Zach. You should also be able to hear Amanda if she ever talks again. Yeah. So apparently, Zach, you can't catch fish. You can't hear. Well, Zach wasn't talking. Come on, Zach. Say something, man. Come on. Can't hear either. Okay, hang on. That's not good. Hang on. No, they can't hear the one, y'all. Try it now.
Try.
Okay.
Can you hear them now? You can hear them. Okay, fantastic. Let me test something quick. Can in just a second when this scene transition happens, can you still hear them? Zach and Amanda say something.
Hi.
Something.
Can you still hear them talking? Keep talking, guys. Keep talking. I don't know if they can hear you.
La 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 la.
Even in the current screen, you can still hear. Okay, all right. So that's something I got to remember. That's not going to be hard. That's good. That we can make. I can work with that. So fantastic.
I'll be right
All right.
back. The kids just knocked something over.
Well, that's not good. All right, ladies and gents, thanks for coming in, checking this out. We're gonna go ahead and shut this down because it's not actually supposed to be a thing, and I will be posting up the link for tomorrow's first podcast episode. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Hope you have a good start to the weekend. If you guys go fishing in the morning, catch a toad. Don't go anywhere. I'm not doing anything. What am I supposed to do? You gonna watch me hang up stuff on the wall? I mean, I guess we could do that. That wasn't the intention. But I guess we could do that if you wanted. I guess we could do that. Amanda, thanks for hopping in. If you want to go now, you can. If you want to stay and chit chat, you can. Same with you,
I'm
Zach.
gonna let my phone cool off a little bit. I don't know why it's overheating.
It's a good question. I don't know either.
Yeah.
Because it's an iPhone.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Are we still live?
We are still live, sir.
Yeah, they are still live.
Oh, that means I can't smoke a cigarette.
Well, not on camera,
Well,
no.
you can't. You're not on. You're not on camera. They can't see you. So if you want to smoke a cigarette, feel free.
All right.
You got that,
Bye.
please.
Bye. Mike, what'd you get sent home for,
Yeah.
man? What was the reason for that?
I can see.
You gonna go on the live stream real quick?
I just wanted to see.
Okay. She's gonna pull up live stream that way I can read chat too.
That works. You just need to make sure it's muted so you aren't echoing.
Yeah, make sure the volume's turned down.
That really sucks, Mike. Did you guys you guys weren't finished with the project though, were you? I mean, you guys were still excavating and stuff a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that's a lag.
Well, there's gonna be a lag, Zach. I mean, come on, man.
You feel how hot my phone is?
Oh my god, your phone is hot.
It's on fire. Well, I mean that makes sense, but still, I mean, they can't expect you to just. I mean, I'm assuming you don't make $1 billion in the 4 months you're able to work the way they want you to. So, whether or not the weather slowing you guys down shouldn't be enough to make you just get no paycheck. I mean, that's messed up.
I mean, honestly, the main reason I quit my job is because I was missing my kids growing up, working 80 hours a week.
Wow. Well, Mike, you know what the plus side of your skill set is? There are plenty of other companies out there, so I hope that you are able to find one. I don't foresee it being too awfully hard for you. You got tons of experience.
If anybody ever needs operators, it's easy to get a job.
That's the one thing I got going with me with the machining background. I will always be able to find work. May not be the best paying, but I'll always be able to find it.
Same here with the CDL license.
Dang it, Mike, I forgot how old you are, man. He says he's got 30 years of experience.
Yeah, he's old. You didn't know he was old?
I know he's old, but I'm trying to forget the fact that I'm catching up there. You know what I mean?
Next is going to be, instead of Big Mike, it'll be Grandpa Mike.
He's been working for, 2 years less than I've been alive. So
He's been working for more than I've been alive.
I know. I keep forget, you're a baby. I keep forgetting about that too.
Oh, he's just a baby.
Oh, shut up, Amanda.
Travis told me to shut up. He said I'm older than all y'all.
Well, I'm 32, so.
That's Mike. Mike already is a grandpa. He's not publicly announcing his title all the time. That's all.
Ugh.
But yeah, the only thing I have left really to do is to hang up all my stuff on this other wall, plus the stuff I don't have hung up. And
I got to work on I'm going to turn a corner into the shed into nothing but fishing So
If I say the original wall that I had set up, I'm putting a workbench over there, and all of my fishing stuff will be in the house, which is going to be good. It'll last longer, and I'll be able to take care of it better. Go use them, Mike. Go fishing.
I'll probably call him after we're done with this and tell him to go fishing.
You should go fishing. He said he's got 3 skipjack in the cooler.
He needs to go use them before they go bad.
Still in you is still in your. What's up, man? That's such a hard name to pronounce fast.
Me and Big Skip went to go fishing the other day. Tried for 5 hours, couldn't even catch a bluegill.
It definitely happens. Big Slim, what's up, buddy? There's the beautiful Amanda again. Thanks again for helping me test this stuff out. I appreciate it.
What's up, Big Slim? So
fishing for Whiskers is calling Mike out for not going fishing either. Let me know when you're done with that cigarette, Zach. I'll bring you back up on screen so everybody doesn't think I'm crazy.
Oh, I'm the ghost in the background.
Well, they literally can't hear you, so it literally sounds like I'm talking to myself.
Oh, I thought they could hear me.
No, they can't hear you.
No way, yeah, they can. Never mind, we fixed that. That was the part we fixed. That's right.
Yeah, they can hear me, but they can't see me.
Correct.
I'm invisible.
So many. I'm literally have fixed so many bugs with this because going from a gaming setup to a fishing setup is completely different. Gaming to talk show completely different. You know, because if you're gaming it, you literally have one camera. It's just yourself, and then you have your screenshot of the game, right? So that was easy peasy. You said that in 5 minutes. A kindergartner can do it. You know.
Hello,
not saying
everybody.
I'm the smartest guy in the world, but I definitely smarter than
Would
some,
I
I
be
guess.
your conscience or would I be your subconscious right now?
Well, if they couldn't hear you, you would be my conscience. When I'm asleep and I have nightmares of you beating me in fishing, that's when you're in my subconscious.
We need to go do that again. For real.
Now that I actually have broke that curse on the Hobie, for sure. Although I'm actually hoping to have a new kayak by spring. I'm looking at the Native Titan X.
I'll trade you the Frontier 12 for the Hobie.
I got to sell the Hobie to get the other one.
How much you selling the Hobie for?
With the battery, with the lights, everything that's installed on it, everything. I'm gonna try to get $3,600 for it.
Well, you should be able to do that. We'll
see.
You need to get you something with a trolling motor on it.
So I do that one actually has the plate for it already built in. And on top of that, the reason I'm looking at that one so much because I do the recording for videos and because I do have the lights that I want to run and everything. They have these plates that you can replace on the kayak itself, so you can drill as many holes as you want in it and not be actually drilling into the kayak.
So like the new Frontiers.
Yes, they have those plates too. Exactly. I mean, it's nice. But the difference between the Frontier and the Titan is that the Titan has their native pedal drive, whereas the new canoe one you have to get for the Frontiers is completely external with cables and everything. I'm not really a fan of that setup. It makes it less prone to having water come up into the kayak around the pedal drive system, obviously, because there's no hole in the middle of the boat, right, for it. But that's about it. Big Slim said $3,600 is a reel in the fish as well. No, I don't have any automatic fishing reels.
That's one of the cheaper Hobies I've seen lately on Facebook.
There's a bunch of them on there for like $3,000 and $4,000.
Dude, there was one with a full trailer setup, full trolling motor setup, 12-inch fish finders, 2 of them.
Yeah, that's the one that wanted $12,000, right? Or something like that.
No, they want 20.
Okay, but I saw one that was stupid expensive. Which, if you wanted to buy all that stuff up straight from scratch, yeah, sure, I could see $20,000. But the fact that it's used you drilled the holes in it, not the person buying all that stuff. I mean, that really changes things on that
Yeah.
market for sure.
I mean, after you add in, if I was to sell the Frontier 12 right now, I could probably get $3,000 out of it easy with everything I've done to it,
Well, right, but that was including the motor and the batteries, right?
including motor, batteries, rod racks, everything.
Right. There's actually I sent you on Facebook a while back from Marketplace. There was a brand new New Canoe Unlimited that had the XI3, had the batteries, had lights and something else. I think they wanted $4 for it. So
Yeah, I was looking at that one. If I upgrade, I'm going to the unlimited.
you should. I mean, there's no reason not to. Big Mike said you get on a kayak when they make them 70 inches wide.
Then again, I was also looking at the Hobie 17 foot, the Pro Angler 17.
17, the 2-seater one.
Yeah, but it also has a seat mount in the middle of it. That way you can make it a 1-seater.
Right. I wouldn't want anything that long. Is the problem. Even the 14
Well,
foot now, I'm like it's more than I really want for a kayak. It
I
just makes
was
it harder to
thinking-
steer.
I was thinking deep sea use too.
Well, the problem with that is the longer your boat is because of how thin it is, the more issues you're going to have with waves.
Well, the Frontier 12 right now, with it sitting on the trailer, I messed up and warped the hole.
Mhm.
So I'm going to have to fill it up with water, let it expand back to the right shape, and let it sit in the sun for a few days.
Yeah, I got to throw mine back on the trailer. Right now it's sitting in my driveway because I had to use the trailer to haul stuff. Big Slim 20 said $20,000 better come with a trophy wife too. And then Hillbilly Hondo said he loves his unlimited.
I mean, I went from a 10-foot Pelican sit-in to the Frontier 12 after I caught my first big fish on a kayak. What was it? 2 weeks later, I bought that kayak for $200. Patched the hole that was in it, plastic welded the hole that was in it, and fixed
you can't
it.
beat that price. I mean, that's like that's one of those deals just kind of too good to be true, right? The last truck I had was a Chevy Avalanche. I paid $1,200 for it, with the assumption that it was either A, the oil pump was fried, or B, it was an O-ring that needed to be fixed. I spent $60 on that O-ring and made it work. And I'll never get that good of a deal on a vehicle again either.
And honestly, I think if I upgrade, I'm going to give Amanda the Frontier 12.
Nice.
It's a good platform. It's a good, stable platform. Windy.
Sounds like you have fried parakeet for dinner if you didn't shut up.
I'm going to cook her eggs she got in there to keep on. That's what it is. She's just upset that we're near her lay box.
I got you. Still in you said pontoons take care of the waves. That is true. You could widen the base with some pontoons. But then you're sacrificing your steering capability. Obviously, you're making more drag, so you're slowing down your propulsion. Which, I mean, you're in a kayak. You're not going millions of miles an hour anyway, but it could be the difference between getting to a spot in 45 minutes versus getting a spot in an hour and 10 minutes.
Yes.
Big Mike, which you talking about between the Hobie Pro Angler 14 and the Frontier 12? Biggest thing is going to be the fact that Hobie Pro Anglers, because the Hobie is basically considered, at least maybe not anymore, but it used to be considered the Cadillac of kayaks, right? It had the speed, it had the stability, it had the weight capacity. Then they made the Pro Angler one, which had the higher seats. What's up, Jody? Had horizontal rod storage, which a lot of kayaks weren't doing at all. They had to be all vertical. The Unlimited is by New Canoe. It doesn't come with a pedal drive base. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the New Canoe Unlimited is like $1,200 for just the whole base versus the Hobie with the pedal drive and everything
No,
coming.
it's 18.
Is it 18? I can
It's
find out.
18.
Hang on. Give me a second. I'll look it up right now and tell you.
It was 18 when it first came out. I ain't looked at it in a couple of months.
I can tell you right now because it makes a difference now. The market's changing. There's
Oh yeah, the market's changing on everything.
that's for sure. So I cannot open tabs out loud.
I know when I bought when I bought my Frontier 12, a brand new Frontier 12 was, I think, $1,200 just for the
Yeah.
whole.
Well, the Frontier 12 right now, brand new, is 17. And the Unlimited, which is 6 inches longer, is 18. But the Unlimited has better water channeling. It's wider. It's 6 inches longer, but it has a wider section in the middle that's wider. It weighs 4 pounds more. The weight capacity actually on the Frontier 12 is higher than on the Unlimited, but the Unlimited has more rails, and more spots to install stuff.
And the difference between my Frontier and the new ones is I don't have the replaceable panels on mine. I don't have metal rail tracks. All my rail tracks are plastic.
Right.
And the new ones, they're all metal.
Yep, and they're also in better spots too, because the Frontier 12 had them more inside the pit area where you sit. It has more inside that inner area, whereas the Unlimited has the same tracks on the inside, but then it also has it's either 4 or 6 tracks on the outside edge.
You can sit down and watch TV.
But then, like the Hobie, let's see here. To get the current new model of the one that I own right now is to buy brand new is $4,800 base. That's without a fish finder.
Okay.
That's without batteries, without lights, without any of that stuff. I didn't pay that much.
Brand new.
But that's to buy it brand new. So like I said, I'm trying to sell one that's a couple of years older. It's 6 years old. It's 17, so 6 years old. But it would be with a $600 fish finder if you wanted to buy it brand new. It would be with the $100 battery box if you wanted to buy it brand new. Roughly $150 in lights if you want to buy it brand new. So I'm thinking I can get $3,600 and be reasonable. It's $1,100 less. Sorry, $1,200 less than buying the brand new hull by itself. So
yeah, I'm thinking about getting the Unlimited next. I thought about the Hobie 17, but I'm just so
the 7
kayak people are just like anything else. We have a certain brand we draw to.
Yep. Well, I drew to Hobie first simply because of the weight capacity and the pedal drive, right? Because I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to do the bicycle pedals for a long time. I thought the fin drive would be a lot easier. And it probably is. But I'm at the point now where it's like the lack of customization is a problem. Because if I install the 4 rod holders like I was doing for the tournaments for catfishing, I can't move left or right at all in my chair because I'm bumping reels with my elbows, basically. And part of that's because I'm a big dude.
So that's the good thing about the Frontier.
Well, you get the Frontier, you can adjust
Remember
your seat
when
forward back. But also the fact that your seat swivels means you can put the rods further back.
And I've got a 360 seat too.
Right.
So I can either fish from the front, the back, it don't matter. I can fish from any point on my kayak. And
I guess they don't call it the 17T anymore. It's the Oasis, I guess. The 2-seater one. It's $5,000 brand new.
Yeah. And you remember we compared the Hobie to the Frontier last time you was here, and my Frontier is actually a little wider.
The Frontier was wider, yep.
I got like an inch or two.
Yep. The difference between the Hobie and the Frontier in terms of performance was I was significantly faster. Even with you had just the regular trolling motor, because I was able to maintain 3.5, 4 miles an hour, whereas you're stuck around 3.
Which I was using a low poundage trolling motor too, though.
Well, that's fine. But
we'll have to try it again with the XI3 too.
I mean, that's fine. But the one I'm looking at, the Titan X, it has a 360 seat. It has more rails. It has rails further behind the seat and in front of the seat, which means I can actually spread the rods out better. No, it does not come with a trolling motor.
Once you mess with a 360 seat, you won't want to go back.
I already know. I hope to do more bass fishing this year too, and the fact that the back of my current kayak is basically unusable for me, unless I stand up and put my knee on my seat and reach over it, which is obviously making it top heavy. It's not something I necessarily want to mess with.
And that's another thing between Hobie and Frontier or New Canoe. The New Canoes are actually more stable than the Hobies are
Yes.
because they have that little bit of width to them.
Well, and they also have a lower center of gravity. Your seat's not
Yep.
as high off. You're from the very bottom of the boat to where the seat
It's
is,
a
or
set
rather
on, but
from the seat to the water. Rather, is not as high.
it's a set on kayak like the Hobie is.
Mhm.
But the way the seat mounts, it mounts further into the hull than the Hobie does.
Right. And the only concern I see with the seat, which it's whatever. I have a problem with it now. The arms on that seat, because I'm so wide, I end up getting grooves
Amanda.
putting my legs that are bruised. I think he does, Mike. I'm pretty sure he runs a New Canoe. The guy that fishes with Ryan Bortz that caught that 85-pounder, he fishes out of a native. I can't remember which one. And then Ryan himself uses a New Canoe also, and so does Dan from Green Machine Outdoors or Goober Time.
They've all got unlimiteds though.
They do.
I haven't made the big boy step and got one yet.
I will say, if I was to do it all over again, if I was like, I'm getting a fin drive kayak and I had to pick a brand to go with, honestly, because the 360 drives have such problems on the absolute newest Hobie, which by the way, if you wanted the 360, it's like $7,000 instead of $5,000, which is stupid. They have so many stupid problems with that drive, and they're shifting some of their manufacturing to Mexico. So I have a feeling that some of that stuff's even going to be more of a problem in the future. Might make some of the stuff cheaper, but probably not. But I imagine the quality will end up going down some. And
I would like to see
the Van Hunks, as I'm gonna say.
I'd like to see how everybody's got their kayaks set up and everything like that, because we all fish differently from our kayaks. You notice I fish different than you do.
Yeah.
Well,
I tend to do more just drifting with the baits under the suspend drifting rather than anything else. I do want to do some dragging. I gotta get some planer boards, but I wouldn't ever do like really long, wide passes. Right? I'd be like, I don't know, 10 feet from each side of the boat if I did it.
And you've seen me. I pull drags and I'll set it up. I'll set them up as far as I would on a boat.
Yeah. And like you and Brian are willing to do more than 4 rods, where for me, 4 is kind of like my max when it comes to catfishing.
If I'm suspending, I'm using 4. If I'm dragging, I'm using 6.
Right.
If I'm anchored, I'll use 8.
I would maybe consider 6 if I was anchored, but even then, probably not. I'd probably stay with 4.
Well, I mean, you got to think. I've got 14 rod holders on my boat, so I can spread out the rods all the way around the kayak. And with me having a 360 seat, I can swivel to wherever I need to grab a rod.
That's true. It's very true. And then
that's what allows me to run as many rods.
I will say, when you get the bow mounted trolling motor, you'll have a lot better setup too. I know you have one. You haven't. I don't know if you actually ran it yet.
I have not ran it yet.
I remember when you had that stern one and we went, you tangled up some rods pretty hard with that trolling motor.
You still got that video clip?
I think so. I'm not 100%. I think I do.
All you see is me turned around to the back of the boat. The trolling motor's off.
Yep.
Of the boat. I'm sitting there messing with it.
I've moved up like a quarter mile up the creek. You okay, Zach? Shut up, Anthony. I'm surprised I could pick up your audio from that far away, to be honest. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, if I was doing a fin drive one again, I would consider the Van Hunks, because it's like, I think it's like $1,700 or $1,800. It doesn't have forward and reverse. It only has forward. But even now with my Hobie, I only run it in forward. I had the part to fix it, but I actually broke the drive that switch. They have 2 little pull straps to change forward and backwards on it. I broke the reverse one. So I flipped it back into forward, and I've never messed with it. So obviously when I sell it, I'll be getting that piece too. It's just a screw in and screw out. I just haven't done it yet. So I might just fix it before you and I list it. But That one, like I said, the Van Hunks one, you can only go in a forward, but it has the same weight capacity. The seat's obviously different because the Hobie has their copyright in the seat still, the patent on their seat. I mean, but it actually has rail setups, not the H rail, which I thought the H rail was awesome. Like, sweet, you actually get full contact around a bar with this. It's harder. It's gonna be harder to rip stuff off of it. It's gonna be harder to, you can actually make things more secure, I thought, and that's. I'm not gonna say it's not the case. It does have full contact, but it still slips. I mean, it's an octagon, so it's basically a circle.
You got to think, if you can, it's the same as bolting in a nut. It's an octagon there too.
Yeah.
You can over torque that and strip it. You can do the same with that rail.
But the problem, if the rails went down another 6 inches or so in both directions on the kayak, I'd be way happier. But you can't do that. And then the other thing I don't like, I bought one of the Hobie tackle box things that attach to the rail, but they don't work if you're having them touch the seat at all. Which means the only way I could have them the way they were intended to be used is to either have the stuff's hanging outside of my boat, which I don't want, obviously.
Yeah.
Or if I have it up by where my pedal drive is. Well, if I do that, then if I land any fish, I can't bring it in. Hey, Travis, see you tomorrow night, buddy.
See you tomorrow night, bud.
But yeah, so it's a totally different conversation when it comes to that stuff, because the more I do, especially this catfishing thing specifically, the more I do that, the more important some of the boat options are. If I ever do get a trolling motor, for whether I get the Hobie or not, whether I keep the Hobie or I get the other one, I can't go bumping in the Hobie unless I bump backwards, which is gonna be awkward as snot because the seat doesn't rotate, or I had to stand up, one of the two. Which I'd much rather be sitting down bumping, because usually you're below the dam and pretty fast current, right? So I wouldn't really want to be standing up in case the trolling motor lost GPS or something. Which really gets me wanting the 360 seat, whether it be a new canoe or whether it be the native Titan X, because they have a 360 seat now too. But the other problem
when I got the new canoe, there really wasn't another option with anything with a 360 seat.
Right. Nobody else was doing it. So now that that's an option, like, because I was considering getting a new canoe at one point, but then I decided I would just stick with the Hobie, because even though it had the 360 seat, I had all the stuff already for the Hobie, and it had the what I thought was the better pedal drive system, just because it wasn't external cables. Because like I said, you can get, for any of the new canoe stuff, you can get a pedal drive, or the foot steering cables for a stern mounted motor, or you have the space to do the bow mounted motor. On the Hobie, you don't have the cables. You can set it up to have foot steering, but it's the same problem with the new canoe. It's open cables.
And that's, I mean, honestly, and that's why I went with the trolling motor system on mine, just because it's, now that I've got the trolling motor, no matter what platform I go to kayak wise, I will have a trolling motor that will fit on there. I just have to buy the bracket.
The other thing is that for me, the trolling motor isn't for propulsion. I mean, I guess you could. For me, the trolling motor is for if I'm offshore, or if I want to do specific techniques where I need to make sure my bow is pointed into the current. That's what it's for. Because pretty much everything else I'll do just with the pedals. That's just the way I've always been. So.
Well, I've never had a pedal drive before, so I don't have any experience on that end.
I had absolutely zero intention of getting a motor for a kayak until recently, like in the last year and a half, 2 years. And it's been very much because of certain techniques. But yeah, here's the Titan X.
I mean, the only reason I went to a bow mount is so I can actually go bump the way I need to at the dam. I can drag without getting caught up in the trolling motor. That's the reason I've got the bow mount now.
Right.
Just to make it easier. Because I've got 2 trolling motors sitting in the shed that are stern mounts.
Right.
I've got a 24 volt sitting in the shed, and I've got a 12 volt sitting in the shed.
It's crazy though. If you look, so a XI3 trolling motor that gives you the ability to spot lock and gives you, depending on the boat, anywhere between 3 and 5 miles an hour propulsion is what, $1,300, $1,400, something like that.
Yeah.
The stern mount options that they sell for Torpedo and what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. NK Concepts or something. Those are all pushing between like $1,800 and like $3,000, and you only get like another mile an hour out of it compared to the other ones.
Big Skip was talking about getting rid of his Tarova, and I thought about taking the Tarova and putting it on the kayak.
Does the Tarova have
It's a
spot lock?
24. Yeah,
Which one's the Tarova?
my XI3 has spot lock.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's the Minn Kota, not the
Yeah, it will hook.
brand.
It will hook up to my fish finder where
struggling.
my XI3 will not hook up to my fish finder.
right. Well, what kind of fish finder do you have again?
I use Humminbirds. That's mainly what I use is Humminbird. I've been thinking
got
about
you.
swapping over.
Well, right now I have Lowrance. If I get the new kayak, I'm actually considering possibly getting a Garmin, just because they're cheaper, so I can get a bigger screen for the same price.
Now, somebody I know just got a 12-inch touchscreen Garmin, and it's like half the price of the Lowrances or the Humminbirds.
Right, but it still has the down scan, still has side scan, still has the charts.
Look, I'm looking at getting a Helix 10 for the kayak because I want that side scan and I want that bigger screen because I've only got the Helix 5 right now.
Well, if I went Humminbird, and here's the thing, right? So I don't want to spend this much money, but because I have a boat also, what I would do is I would just get a second transducer, so I could just swap the screen between the kayak and the boat. I would love to have the 360 scan, but that's Humminbird only. And on top of that, it doesn't matter which screen you get, whether it be the 10, 12, whatever. It has to be either 10 or 12, I think, in order to be able to use it. But you have to buy the $1,800 piece that hangs off the side of the boat.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate thing with that one, unless I made a bracket for it to go on the boat too, I would have to buy 2 of those. So I'm obviously better off making the bracket on the boat to do that. But then I'm still looking at, what, $3,500 worth of parts and graphs and transducers to make it all work. And I'm like, I don't think I want to do that. Because then, I'm spending just as much as I did on the kayak, basically, for just electronics.
Which, I mean, I got lucky with my XI3. I think I only paid $900 for it. It only been used twice.
Hey, Bobcat, yeah, I'm still bald, buddy. I'm still bald. Wait, what? You said the XI3 has been used twice?
Yeah, and I only paid $900 for it.
That's a good deal, man. I actually found one. I talked to Bob about it because he's done more work with trolling motors than I have. There was a guy that was selling one. He said it's whistling and making a clicking noise. I don't know what the problem is. If you can figure it out, here it is, $300. But if it's depending on which piece it is, you can't replace it. So
yeah,
I didn't get it. Otherwise, I would have, because it was been a good deal. But I didn't feel like gambling $300. I couldn't really afford it then either. But I didn't want to gamble $300 on something that probably would just have to get replaced with $1,200 anyway.
Which I hadn't even ran that trolling motor since I got it. So
right. Hillbilly.
I know it worked.
Hillbilly says he has the XI3 and the 2.3. I'm not sure what the 2.3 is. I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with that one.
But I was thinking about taking Skip's Tarova and cutting the shaft down and using it.
Right. So if I get that new kayak, that Native Titan X Propel,
yeah,
you would still have me beat on width by an inch.
Really?
Yep, because the new canoe has the 41-inch width, but you also have the higher max weight too of 650 pounds versus 500, I think. Yeah, but obviously the reason there obviously is because of the giant hole in the middle where the propel drive goes in.
And I always run scuffer plugs too, so
I don't always run scuppered plugs. I'll probably start running them more often. But because I do, I'm almost guaranteed for whatever reason, if I go out in the water, the wind picks up and all of a sudden it's white capping. So I'm getting more water in. Oh, he said he has
Well,
the outboard too.
Oh, I've been wanting to do that.
The 2.3 outboard. I don't know, man. Plus a lot of the
That'd be a good way for me. That'd be funny to watch me on the Frontier 12 just bebopping down the river with a freaking outboard on there.
I mean, that's what everybody else is doing with the new Canoe Unlimiteds. That's what Hillbilly's doing. That's what Dan's doing. There's another guy I've watched does it too. There's one guy I actually watched. He put one on a Perception Outlaw just for fishing salt flats, just because he was able to beat the tide with it, be able to fish longer. This software, it's not really new. It's new to me, Bob. It's called OBS Studio. It's been around for ever. Basically, when gaming started being popular to live stream, people started using this. But it allows you to control absolutely everything, and it allows me to go. I could stream in 4K if I wanted to, if I had the bandwidth and everything for it, which I don't. I mean, I'm running 1080p right now. The picture's good, the quality's good, the audio seems to be okay. My computer's handling it okay. If I start doing a bunch of tabs opening up or whatever, it lags a little bit. But with this, unlike StreamYard, you're limited to your internet more than anything. This one, I'm limited by my computer and the internet because it's not browser based. So you can't use this out in your boat on the water unless you have a computer out there with you, which that kind of stinks. But for an at-home podcast, I mean, there's no reason not to use this and get the better quality and stuff. And like I was telling the guys earlier, my computer couldn't handle that many, but I can have up to 128 guests on here at once before I'm limited by like Google and whatnot. But then obviously my CPU would be way overheated and all that stuff. So yeah, I could run host tournaments with this and have more people on. Once I upgrade some more parts, because I think I probably could be limited to about 5 or 8 people before it really start being a problem for me now. So it's about the same as StreamYard in that regard, just because I don't have a high-end computer. But this one can be upgraded some, so I'm going to upgrade it some more, max out the RAM. I think I can get another 8 gigs of RAM for this thing, and then I can upgrade the graphics card a couple levels, and that'll help with that too. But there'll be a point where I'm better off just buying a new computer, and that's not the plan now. But maybe in a year or so, if this goes anywhere. But the idea that it has that potential is a lot more appealing to me than.
I mean, honestly, you could host a full-fledged tournament with that many people.
Well, right, as I'm saying, I could. My computer can't handle it right now, but the potential for it's there. And then the only other thing that I would have to worry about, I had a train of thought and I lost it, guys. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. I'm 4 days of holidaying straight, basically, because of the kiddo. I'm glad to be done. And I've been video editing nonstop for the last 2 days. Today I was like, I need to nail out everything for the stream tomorrow. I still got a couple more things to do, but I'm almost done with that too. And then this evening, I got to clean up the house some. My wife and I are doing our yearly 1v1 tomorrow. And so I'll have to be editing that on Sunday, so I can put it out Monday. But I've been clearing up all the old files. Anything that I can make a short with, or make a full-fledged video with, I've sorted through it and put it to the side. Yeah, the whole channel is getting a hard push this year. And that's another thing, right? So my trips, anybody who has kids knows that your kids take up your time. And so with me having a little one, my wife working full-time, I'm working full-time. My wife's been sick on and off. The kid's been sick on and off. My fishing trips are getting cut down quite a bit. I'm at the point now where I'm going to be lucky to get 2 a month. Maybe 3 if she wants to go. But if she doesn't want to go, I'm going to be lucky to get 2 trips. And so I'm trying to find ways to stretch out those trips. do a little more planning, try to make it so it's a little more set up for success to start with. And then making multiple pieces of content from that one trip as opposed to, I don't know what you want to call it, just filming whatever and then maybe something happens. I'm going to try to be a little more intentional this year. Yeah, I'm sure it does, Bob. I'm sure it does. Like I said the other day, everybody's glad you're back. You've been fishing a couple times now. I know you were out with Daryl the other day, yesterday, I think. And people have been asking about you. People have been missing you. We're all glad you're back. I don't know anybody who's not. Well, I take it back. Anybody who was taking advantage of all your spots while you weren't there, they may not be glad you're back just because you'll be there. But it is what it is. It's all water. It's all public. They got to share, just like we got to share.
I don't share.
For those that are curious, here's the link to the one that I'm looking at next, kayak wise. This is the one that Zach has. Zach's is
when
cheaper.
I get the kayak done, I need to.
Zach's is significantly cheaper. No, I'm being serious. Here's the 1800. The one I want to buy is 3600 base. And like I said, you get 100 pounds of capacity or 150 pounds more capacity, which is good. And you got an extra inch of base, which means you're probably more stable. But
I was talking to somebody the other day that they're boat fishermen and they don't understand. We've got to literally calculate everything we're putting into the kayak weight wise.
Yep. Well,
before we even.
So I actually had a buddy of mine text me this morning because I texted me the other day and we were in conversation. I had mentioned that I was looking at a new kayak and he's like, "Why not just get a boat?" And it's like, I have a boat. I'm working on it. It's not gonna be ready until probably May or June at this point, just simply because of weather and everything. But if I bought a boat, there's 3 things I have to think about. I have a wife and I have a kid, and they're probably going with me. So I have to have enough weight capacity for 3 people plus a big fish, because Shannon wants to go after monsters, right? So, just to be perfectly frank, I have to have a weight capacity of at least 1,000 pounds for her, myself, the kiddo, and fishing gear. Which, if I'm looking at anything that has that eliminates like 90% of the affordable bass boats. That eliminates another 20% of the affordable boats. And then at that point, I'm at stuff. You're looking at stuff that's like 35,000 right off the bat. It's like, I'm not spending more than a car on a boat. So I have. What's up, Modog? Welcome in, buddy. So I have a kayak and I have that one boat that we're working on. The boat that I'm working on doesn't work in shallow water. It's old, but it's made for deeper water or for like the Great Lakes. So the design, I'm limited on where I can take it efficiently, right? I mean, I'm not going to be taking it into absolute shallow grass flats all the time, like bass boats or anything like that. But for fishing in a channel, it'll be just fine. But I'm also limited because it's made for the higher weight capacity at the affordability point that it is. I'm pretty much just able to fish out of the back of it because the front of it's pretty much storage or a seat. You could fish out the front of it a little bit, but your nose is going to be so high, you're going to be limited on where you can cast because like the windshields and stuff. So because of that, I would rather just get on the kayak. Plus, for me, and I tell my wife this all the time because it comes up in a conversation with her, why do I like to fish out of the kayak so much? And it's like, I'm for you guys who got the chance to watch it, I submitted my Golden Whiskers Takedown of the Year video the other day. Re-recorded it, edited it or whatever, so you guys could see it better and explain what was going on. But the amount of adrenaline and the raw feeling of being that low to the water when those rods go off and you're fighting those big fish is absolutely insane. And from the perspective of a boat, people that bass fish or anything like that, you're forced to slow down. You can only cover so much water, so you're having to be more effective with what your spots you're choosing to start with, simply because of your speed. You can't cover as much water. When you are out there, you have to make the most of what you find, and so it makes a big difference. I can say within reason, obviously, because I am limited on how many trips I can do. But for each trip I go out, I learn just as much, if not more, I would say, as somebody who's in a boat. Because in a boat, oh, hey, I'm going to throw this one technique today. Okay, fine. You can go cover 30 areas and maybe you'll find fish using that one technique. Whereas with the kayak, okay, hey, I have these 6 techniques. I only have this one spot. Which one are they going to be? You have to figure out. It's a different, maybe not more information, but it's a different kind of puzzle than fishing from a boat. And so your brain has to work differently.
I mean, there's a lot of thought that goes into the pre-trip too.
Right. You know, and Bob, I'm sure Bob can attest to this. Even with him, you know, you have a smaller boat. You can't just take it anywhere. You know, with him having a smaller boat, he can't go out on the windiest days. He can't go into the windiest areas. You still got to look for protection, whatnot. You have that same problem with the kayak, right?
Yep.
And it's just the way it is. So being able to deal with those situations, like you said, the pre-planning is more important. The situations on the water are different. You know, somebody goes out there with a Brandon Fishizzle with his Sea Arc. You know, he's a lot less limited on what days he can go because he has that huge boat, right? But he also is limited on, he can't go in some of the spots we can get with the kayaks. He can't go into some of the spots Bob can get with his boat, just because his boat's small to be able to fit in certain areas and whatnot. But
it's like here, I've got places that I fish for catfish, big cats. Boats cannot get to.
right, because you had to go through a culvert or under a bridge or whatever to get there.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
And
Brian
there's some
B,
big
what's up,
cats
man?
back there. But if you don't have a kayak, you don't have access to that area.
Right. Well, we got a whole nother group of people in here now than there were earlier. I'm going to go ahead and play the intro again for them.
I haven't seen the intro yet.
Well, you can't hear it because you're...
Grab your rods and tackle box, folks, as we dive into the wild world of fishing. Get ready for some laughs, some fish stories, and a touch of chaos as we wade into the deep waters of fishing wisdom. Our guides on this trip are a know-it-all, a guy who desperately needs a haircut, and a man named Sam. In this podcast, this motley crew shares their knowledge, their latest fishing antics, and probably get into more trouble than they bargained for. It's a podcast as unpredictable as the sport of fishing. If you love fishing, then this is the place to be, because in this podcast, every catch is a big one. Every story is a keeper, and the only thing more legendary than the tales is the trio delivering them. Welcome to the Bait Tank.
But yeah, that's the intro, guys. So it's been fun. I've been excited for this. You know, I was doing the podcast before, and it was early morning on Saturday, so it was a different crew.
I like that.
Schedules changed and whatnot. I'm not the one who needs a haircut, Bob. We're talking about Zach. I'm the know-it-all. Zach's the one who needs a haircut, and my buddy Sam, his name's Sam. You know. So it's
There we go.
I'd say I hear myself again, Zach.
I turned it up to listen to the intro and muted myself.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward with the co-host. I hope to be able to be a little more on topic the whole time and pace myself better. Because I know there's times where I went on rants for forever and never seemed to get anywhere, and I never finished the topic. Or other days where I went so fast the topic was covered, and then I just sat there staring at the chat screen for 40 minutes. This is just, I think it's a better setup. The fact that I'll be able to think about it all day before it starts too, because in the evening it'll be a big difference. It'd be, after caffeine, so it'll be good for sure. Modog says he takes 9 rods out with him. It's the same reason we're talking about. He's a bass tournament guy out of a kayak, so he knows. And
when I was doing the bass tournaments out of the kayak, that's the way I was. Because a lot of people don't know, I was a bass fisherman before I was a cat fisherman.
That explains a lot. Just kidding. I'm a multi-species guy, man. I love catfishing. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy catching the big fish, but I like catching carp. I like catching bass. I like catching big bluegill. I mean, I don't care. If fish are biting, that's all that matters. Like tomorrow for our 1v1, We're going to fish West Chickamauga Creek. It's not a very big creek. Probably the biggest thing in there is gonna be a couple of foot gar, But I'm hoping to catch some suckers tomorrow. But we'll see.
Well, if you
And
do,
I like
freeze
catching
me
trout
some.
too,
I
for that
need
matter.
some.
What, some suckers?
Yeah.
I gotta look up the regulations on. I can't remember if there's any regulations on in Tennessee or not. I think there are for a certain species of them. We got golden red horse, silver red horse, and I think there's one more, but I can't remember which one it is.
Y'all should have hog suckers too.
We do, but they're not the same, and they don't get anywhere near
Oh.
as big. And there's not a limit on those. They're considered just a bait fish.
So we've got the hog suckers and red horse.
I wouldn't be opposed to catching some big creek chubs either.
Just don't freeze those. Use those right then as bait. That's the best way to use them.
Well, yeah, but the problem is I'd be fishing in a spot that doesn't have anything. There could be. I take it back. There could be a good sized flathead, and there's quite a bit of trees in that creek, so maybe. Just depends on how low the water is.
Me being in Alabama, I don't have the opportunity to trout fish.
Yeah, but you're only a couple hours away from a highly stocked trout area. There's several areas in Chattanooga they stock them, and then you have Tellico about an hour and a half away. So you're looking at a 4.5 hour drive for a weekend of trout fishing.
It's not bad. I want to learn how to fly fish at some point this year.
Shannon wants to learn that too, and I used to have a fly rod. I forgot about the Hiawassee. You got the Hiawassee River they stock too, which is even closer than Tellico. Sitico is up there by Tellico. But the Ocoee River's got trout in it naturally, and then so does the Hiawassee. And they're about half an hour from Chattanooga.
We've got a pond. It's a pay pond that they stock with trout. It's not like the big catfish pay ponds or something like that.
Uh-huh.
It's just a multi-species pay pond. You pay for the trout, it's $5 per trout, and you're allowed 5 trout a day. I've only ever done it once, and they stock it 3 times during the winter.
Gotcha.
I tried catfishing there one time. There ain't no catfish worth any size in there.
I mean, that's fair.
It's one of those big lakes that you can't run motors on. You can only run trolling motors. No gas.
Those are my favorite lakes to fish. Those really are, because they're usually untouched.
And it's not bad. I mean, it's a natural lake that they have a part of it pretty much netted off just to put trout in for people.
Right. Well, so 2 of my favorite, actually more than that, but my 2 favorite lakes to fish where I grew up in Michigan, those you couldn't even use trolling motors. There were literally no wake lakes. So you could only kayak by paddling or canoeing to get across the lake, or you had to wade or walk around it. But it's some of the...
And I'll tell you now, you will like that place if I take you up there, because they have some of the biggest carp, buffalo, grass carp I've ever seen.
I'm down, man.
I know I've seen a grass carp up there at least 4.5 foot long.
That's a big grass carp.
Dude, that thing was huge, and there wasn't just one of them. They were back in the shallows, and you talking about we went in there with our little trolling motor boat, and
oh, hey, I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back.
All right. Oh, I didn't know he pulled me up. Well, y'all can't see me right now. I'm doing something I'm not supposed to on live. Yeah, I won't. Yeah, Bob, I want to learn how to fly fish. I think it would be fun doing it around here for bass and bluegill. He pulls me up and everybody got quiet. Now you get back up there and go fishing with you again, Bob. You back, Anthony? We were just testing out a live stream for tomorrow night and seeing how everything was going to work out, Chris. Anthony got a phone call. He'll be back in a minute, though. There's an echo? We didn't have that problem until Anthony jumped down. So I'll bring it up to him when he comes back. All y'all can see is the sprig of my hair right now. See what that does. But yeah, Anthony should be back here in a second. And then we'll have him fix the echo. He has to fix it on his side. How'd y'all do yesterday, Bob? I was busy dealing with stuff here. I couldn't watch.
Hey, can you hear me, Zach? Hello, you guys can hear me? Yes, no, maybe, sort of, kind of. Zach has disappeared. Like I said, this whole point of this live stream was testing stuff. So I'm glad that my wife called, actually, because if it wasn't for her calling me, I wouldn't have figured that problem out, and that would have been bad tomorrow for sure. And like I said, the only reason I'm doing this software is because it gives me more customization, and I don't have to pay $25 a month to get the 1080p, or even 4K if I wanted to. But my computer's not that strong for the 4K, so I don't mess with it. But Hooks and Hammocks, welcome in. Sorry there was echo when you first came in. Hope everything's going good your way. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope everybody had a good Christmas for that matter. And I hope everybody's ready for the new year. Hopefully big fish for everybody next year. It would be nice. Hang on. All right, sorry about that, guys. So, but yeah, it's just gotta test it out. That's all we can do at this point. Interesting. You guys can hear me, right? Testing, testing. Can you hear me? I love fishing. Fishing's awesome. If you think fishing's awesome, let me know you can hear me. Cool. All right. Hopefully Zach will be back in a minute. He just off and disappeared into the sunset. But yeah, for the most part, I'm done with pretty much everything at this point. I'm gonna set up Nightbot or StreamerBot, one of the two, to help with some of the chat management for the times where I'm talking and not paying attention to the chat. And then it'll also help with giveaways and stuff like that. But then the only other thing I do is I got a bunch of stuff to hang up on the wall behind me. The stuff that was originally in the podcast. Yes, sir. I am in East Tennessee. I'm literally 3 streets down from Bobcat here in Chattanooga. And Bob, if you're still in here, I may take you up on that offer for practicing with a fly rod. Like I said, I have the rod, but the reel is not in good shape. I plan on it, man. I've been to it every year so far. Hope to actually rent a campsite this time though. We have a friend that rents out their camper, so we're thinking about getting the camper. We can stay there all night, and when Shayna and the baby get tired, they can just go to bed and I keep fishing or whatever. Because last year we slept in the car last year and it wasn't pleasant. 10 out of 10, don't recommend, other than emergencies. And hopefully this year somebody actually catch a catfish from the bank. I don't think anybody caught anything from the bank last year, other than bluegill. At least in your truck bed you can lay completely flat, you know? throw I don't know if you have a topper or not, but you could chuck a full or a queen size mattress in there, be good to go. Sleeping on the dirt or in the somewhat reclined but not really reclined car seat position is rough. I know I actually took a nap. I took a nap last year in the middle of the day, just laying in the dirt, and when I went to get up, I cramped so hard that I couldn't move. It was awful. I'm sure part of that's because I didn't drink enough water, but I'm getting too old to be laying on the floor. Oh, very nice. Very nice. We actually have one of those tents that are meant to hook up on a Jeep or an SUV to come out the back of it. I've not messed with it yet. I'm not sure it'll fit on the one we have anymore because we've had it so long. We had a Grand Cherokee, and the one person that gave it to us owned a Liberty. So I have no idea if it'll fit or not. Hang on. My wife bought us a set of silicone rings because I can't wear them at work anymore with a new job. And they sent us the wrong size. When we went to go exchange it, they don't have the same ones anymore. So she's like, well, should I get this set or this set? And I'm like, it's up to you. I mean, it's not the real ring. It doesn't matter. I mean, it could be a solid black plastic one for me. It's just to let people know I'm off the market, really, at that point. Fort Campbell. Where's Fort Campbell? It sounds familiar. Fort Campbell. Ah, okay. Up there in Hopkinsville and Clarksville. I got you. No, Mrs. Viking, we cannot hear you. Can't hear you or see you. You'll probably have to exit the room and come back in. I figured. Yeah, you'll probably have to get out of it and come back in. Or just hit refresh and retype the password and everything. But yeah, no, I think I do think this is gonna work pretty good. Like I said, I gotta do the coding on Nightbot some more. But since Big Mike was bored, I didn't end the stream when we got done testing it. And so far we found 2 more hiccups and got those fixed. 351, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome in. Zach, we still can't hear you. Hang on a second. Let me swap this. Try to say something, Zach. Say something. Why can't we hear you? Hang on. Say something now.
Something.
Hey, all right.
There we go. You put baby in the corner.
Apparently. Oops, hang on.
Sam's not here.
I know he's not. I'm not gonna lie though. I don't know what was causing that echo when I left. It's not there now.
I turned my camera off, by the way.
Well, fine then. I'll go back to me. They can stare at my beautiful face. Say something, Zach, so I make sure they can still hear you. What's up, Wolves Den? Zach, are you talking? No, if you are, it's not working again. Say something, Zach.
Something.
Why does it work here but not here? Say something, Zach. What? Did you break it? What do you gotta go do that for, man?
You
No,
broke it.
I think you did. I'm not really sure how, but I think you did.
How did I break it?
I haven't figured that out yet.
It didn't start until you left.
217. What's up? Just testing stuff. Can y'all let me know if you can hear Zach?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't know if they can hear you.
We got a thumbs up.
That's fine. Well, that's in this screen. Let me try this other screen quick. Hang on. Say something, Zach. I don't know why it's not working on this screen. Try it again, Zach. Can you still hear him? Can you guys still hear Zach? Not now. All right. That's what I thought. Hang on. You can hear him
I
here.
might have to mute this. I'm getting a phone call.
Oh, you're killing me, dude. You're killing me.
1 second.
All right. Well, I'm back. I'm back here. Let me put it on this one so if you just come back, we can hear him at least. I'll have to figure out what the deal is, though. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it doesn't work everywhere. It's not even registering that here or here. But it registers that. Does that make sense? Man. This is exactly why you test stuff. Because it was either do it today and make a fool of myself now, or try to do it tomorrow and make a fool of the whole show tomorrow. I'm sure there'll still be some bugs that happen. So make sure y'all tune in to figure out what we break tomorrow.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry.
You're good. I have a feeling that you leaving and come back like that's what broke this. Because it's not working on every scene anymore. It's only working on certain ones.
Huh.
Because I can hear you right now, but on this one, if you talk, I can't hear you at all. Nope, nope, and nope. If you're talking, I can't hear you, so. Pretty crazy.
You
I have
had
a
it
feeling-
fixed earlier.
Well, yeah, but I also had to connect and reconnect my camera like 3 times because my wife kept calling me, and then you've had to connect and reconnect at least twice now. I got a feeling if I restarted it would come up. Actually, that's a good thing I could test quick. Let's see if y'all that are tuning in, y'all gonna be part of an experiment. Hope you don't mind. I'm gonna close out the program like something happened and see if I can reconnect and not mess this up. If it does, then we'll have a second test stream in a second. But I gotta see how this works. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna borrow you for a test.
I can see it too. I've got it pulled up, so I'll let you know if something happens.
Hey, I think it worked. Can you say something, Zach? Can you say something now, Zach? You there, Zach? Now it's broken again. What the snot? Say something, Zach.
Something.
Hey, there you are. Cool.
There I am.
Yep. Keep talking, Zach. Interesting. Okay. That is interesting. Okay. So one thing I might have to do is actually make it so your audio sources on every single scene. That'll fix the current problem, but it won't prevent it from happening later, looks like. Welcome back. Zach has a little echo. Okay. That's no bueno.
That's something you have to fix on your end. I can't do nothing to fix that.
Yeah, but I don't hear it, so it definitely is my end. Keep talking, Zach.
You
Zach.
can't fish.
Hey, I can hear you. Say something again.
Can you hear me now?
You guys can still hear Zach? Does he have an echo? Is it gone?
And this is why we do test streams.
Yep. Sounds better. Fantastic. Great Lakes Adventures. Welcome in.
What's up, Great Lakes?
I'm glad the reconnection thing works. I'm glad I tested it out, though, because it definitely had some extra steps I didn't know about. So basically, I have to copy those, paste those all the way on the bottom, just to be able to show that we're here. And then back to this, it'd be Sam and Zach on mine.
Can't see all three. Then we're
Why won't let me add that? Hang on. Hang on. Can you hear me okay?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Say something again.
Something.
Well, there's that one. Why won't it let me add?
My ceiling is very white.
Is it?
Yeah.
There we go. Say something again.
Something.
Cool. Don't want you guys on that one. That one doesn't matter. This one. Can hear you just fine. This one will need you on. That needs to go all the way down. And then that's funny.
What?
Just fixing stuff on the fly.
And then Sam will take up that little spot left.
Then let's see what else. I could be heard on every scene, so I don't have to worry about that. That's not a problem. That one doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. Needs to be this one. Oh. I'm glad it sounds better. There's gonna be some kinks tomorrow. I really am curious what we're gonna break tomorrow, man. It'll be interesting for sure. Say something, Zach. Just to make sure we're still good. We are not good. Okay, this is exactly why I wanted to do this. Say something now, Zach.
Something.
Perfect. All right.
There's my forehead.
Yeah, but there's a lot of copying and pasting on this thing. That's for sure. Like I said, this is way more complicated than it needs to be. But I really didn't want to pay $25 a month for 1080p with StreamYard. And I did want to have some automation and automation. I said that wrong. I don't even know. I wanted some things to be able to automatically do by itself, just from programming it. So it's gonna have bugs.
It looks like once you get it right, it's gonna be better than StreamYard.
I think so, and that's the point. And it's just like I said, the only limitation is I can't take us out in the water, which is fine. Because actually, honestly, from now on, when I go fishing, streaming, I'm not going to use StreamYard anyway. I'm going to use Prism Live Studio. Same thing. It'll let me stream at a higher stream rate, and it's free. But it also has a chat overlay that I can just lay over the top of the screen entirely. So I think it'll be better for that too. Just new stuff to try. I'm always trying new things.
I'll just go through YouTube.
You can do that too. The problem with YouTube is you can't unless you actually see the chat come up, it disappears, right?
Yeah.
With the Prism one, it's up there nonstop the whole time. So
I might need you to show me how to do that.
it's also an app rather than the browser based like StreamYard 2. So I feel like it'll be better overall. But we'll see. Oh, excuse me. But yeah. So everybody's in here. Thanks again for checking out the test stream here. I do have a couple more things to work on. You're welcome to stay around and I can chit chat with you on that. If you're interested in hopping in just so you can chat with us live, I'm more than happy to give you a link to do that. If you're interested in that, just hit up the chat box for it. We'll slap it in there. Had to do a group scene, but it'd be alright. Have a chit chat.
Don't nobody want to talk to us.
Apparently. Apparently. Go ahead and slap this in here. Hey, look at you and me, Zach. Yep. It's not as pretty now, but anybody that wants to hop in, they could hop in and chat for a minute at this point if they wanted to. Oh, I forgot about that. You're right. Never mind. Can't do that. I lied, guys. I'm sorry. I'm an evil person. I should not have done that to you. It was not intentional.
There you go.
Oh, there's an echo now. Say something, Zach.
Something.
Yeah, just stupid echo. Where is it? Oh, that's right. I said we couldn't do this when you were in here also. Say something now. You can't. Hang on. Say something now.
Something.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well. Oh well. Oh well. So yeah, now I'm gonna work on programming Nightbot and talking to the stream because that's the last thing I need to do to get this ready for tomorrow. I just gotta sign if I want.
I'm just along for the ride.
You're good, man.
Somebody
Okay.
asked me the other day, they're like, do you know what time it starts? No. Do you know what day it starts? No. Do you know anything about it? Not really. I just
No.
said yes, and I'm along for the ride. And my friend needed me to help him with something, and I said yes.
Pontoon Jody is back.
Jody, can they hear me now or no?
They should be able to hear you. Jody, can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear Zach?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
She said hi, Zach.
Hi, Jody. Anthony's interrupting my nap time.
Wah.
I'm getting to be an old man. I gotta take midday naps, man.
But why?
Because I stay up too late at night.
Daryl, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Good. I'm glad you can hear Zach. That means I got something working correctly for once. It definitely didn't
They can
start
hear
off
me.
that way.
They might not want to hear me, but they can hear me.
Right. Yeah, I want to see something. Ha!
What are you hiding? What'd you figure out?
I adjusted my light so my elbow wasn't blue, but my wall was bluer. Hopefully. I think it'll work. Hang on a sec. Now the wall's nice and blue. That's what I wanted. Fantastic.
Yeah, but anything you put on the wall, it's gonna make it blue.
I don't care. We're not here for my stuff. You're here for me.
But if you're OCD like me and you know it's not supposed to be that color, it's gonna bother you.
Well, I also can mess with it some more at some point.
Okay. I gotta set up a streaming area tonight or tomorrow. That way, it looks halfway decent.
As long as your face is lit up, that's more important than anything else.
I have
If
plenty of
I
lights
can't
in
if
the
I
snake
can't see
shed, so-
every pore on your skin, it's not enough light.
Hey, my lights are pretty bright in the snake shed, so
I got you.
the only thing is it's hot in there. It stays a constant 82 degrees in that shed. And now I have a cat perched on my back. Get off.
I am curious now if this will work or not.
Can you hear my kids in the background?
I can. They're not word for word, but I can't hear them.
Oh, they're in there watching Adam's Family and talking about it.
Jody, I understand the queen is always on her throne, but in relation to Daryl's question, that may not be a good thing you want to admit out in public. I am curious about something.
Y'all quit arguing. Yeah.
Ooh, we go with darker blue. Or purple. Or I can have it constantly change. That's kind of trippy. Definitely don't want that one. Or that one. Or that one. I am. I'm playing with lights. Just curious. Definitely don't want that either. That looks painful. Nope. Okay, that's good. I gotta turn that off, turn it back on. That hurt my eyes. If it hurt my eyes, I know it was hurting y'all's. This thing has way more modes than it ever needed to have.
Okay, I'm back.
That's red. Yeah, I'm sticking with the blue. I like the way the blue looks the best.
Hey, my hair ain't nappy, Bobcat.
Hey Bob, I don't blame you, man. I had a phone call and it messed up. It broke something when it came off. Blister, and thanks, man. It's just a test stream. I appreciate it. It's not anything special. We're just testing stuff out for tomorrow. Hey, don't be hating on my egghead. All right.
Bobcat said very nappy. He's talking about my hair.
Yeah.
It's dreadlocks. It's supposed to be nappy looking. I don't brush my hair no more. I just let it do what it's gonna do. Bobcat says your head looks like an egg.
I'm sure. Everybody seems to think that. I don't know why.
It's the shape, man.
The shape.
Well, Hillbilly, my hair is probably about, without being dreadlocked, I had a piece of hair come out of a dreadlock yesterday that was a good 2 foot long. Grow bug food in my dreadlocks? No. Believe it or not, I wash them quite often, about 3 times a week, like normal hair. I can't stand for my head to be dirty.
That's not it. Hang on. Here, maybe? Ah, there it is. Fantastic.
Can you still hear me, Anthony?
I can still hear you. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you reading chat?
Oh, let's see. Bug food, cowlick, bug food in his dreads. Oh, that's so gross, Jody.
Then they're talking about your head's a double
Being a double
yoker.
yoker. All right.
Bobcat
Family
says
pack egg. Ouch.
Yeah. It does kind of got an egg shape to it.
What I ever do to you guys? I don't understand.
Hey, Bobcat, my goatee splits in the middle for some reason, unless I put whatever that beard stuff is in it, that softener. It splits straight down the middle and goes from side to side. That's what it is, beard balm.
Gonna see if this works. Oh. Hey, sweet. It is working.
I'd rather use it, Bobcat, than beard oil because I can't stand any kind of like oil or stuff like that. I've got beard oil. I just don't like the way it feels in my beard.
Dang it, Bob. Beard butter. That sounds like a horrible thing.
That's what
Hey,
I've
cool
got.
cats. He comes in, he's like, what is this, Beard 101?
Shoot, why not? That's what I use. I use beard butter. It's not oily. I prefer the beard butter over everything. It makes my beard soft and it makes it lay down and everything like that. And the one I use doesn't leave a residue really in the beard. Since I'm a texture person, it would bother me if it did. Like hey, I've tried that, and it looks like a dried booger in your beard. And it takes forever to wash out catfish slime out of a beard. I'm talking about like when it dries in there, you gotta brush it, wash it, brush it, wash it, brush it.
Oh, wife's calling me again. Let's see if this breaks again.
Let's see. You should just be able to mute your end. You'll have to get on to him, Jody, when he gets back. Am I echoing again, or am I good? Because I remember it messed up last time and it started echoing real bad. Sweet. You leave my head out of this. You have to get over it. It's gonna be nappy. It's dreadlocks. They look nappy. It's been almost impossible to catch skipjack here lately. I don't know what's going on. I mean, even normally my gizzard shad spots that have gizzard shad in them this time of year, they're empty and bare. Nothing's there. Amanda was talking to me earlier today. She's talking about wanting to move up to Chattanooga. But I don't want to leave Big Skip behind. It's my only thing about moving up there. I don't want to leave him behind. There's not enough fish there. Well, I had a small freezer full of skipjack until one of my kids unplugged it, and I didn't catch it until 2 weeks later. I lost about 120 skipjack. I had enough skipjack to at least get me through halfway through winter. I walked by the freezer, looked down, and it finally registered that it was unplugged. I plan on catching a bunch of skipjack before the gathering. Me and Skip will take the pontoon out and get 200. So fresh ones and probably bring them up with us. We've already talked about it. Okay, Anthony, you got to change the camera angle because you look like a cone head. Yeah, I know. I can see that dirt on the side of the ceiling fan. The dust.
It's actually funny. This camera shouldn't even be. You shouldn't even be able to see it now because I don't have it connected to the computer anymore. Breaking all kinds of stuff, guys. You can hear me, right, Zach?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that angle, the way you're looking, you look like a cone head.
Woo!
Jody said. Anthony makes me think of a question. If you shake an uncooked egg, will it make scrambled eggs?
According to my wife, probably so. Oh, hey, Bob. You know what? I have something you need to see while you're still here, Bob. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. What do I do with it? I know you'll appreciate it.
Broken like everything else is going on today.
You guys have known Bobcat for a long time. You know he's changed his logo a couple times at this point. But I guarantee you, some of you have never seen this. I have one of the original OG Bobcat Outdoor stickers. Hang on. I was not aware it was backwards. There we go. One of the original OG Bobcat Outdoor stickers. I definitely have shorts on. Zach, can you still hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. Did you see my original OG Bobcat Outdoor sticker?
I did.
Sorry, Bob. Which video was that?
I had
Oof.
to edit 1 hour of butt crack.
Yeah, that's what he said. I feel bad. It's part of it, man. It's part of it. Back to this whole. Let me go back to programming here. While you're talking.
Hey, at least it's better than you almost cooking yourself on Bobcat's boat. I did that.
What's that? I missed it. Sorry. What?
When I went fishing with Bobcat,
Yeah.
he turned the heater on. He's like, "Hey, this thing gets hot." I wasn't paying attention, and my pants had touched it,
Oh, geez.
and they caught on fire.
Read my text messages. Okay, hang on, Jana.
Ooh, you in trouble?
I'm always in trouble. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think anybody married lives in the world of trouble.
I like that black pearl one, Shane. That's pretty. Plus, it should be easy to keep clean.
Yes, hillbilly. This is true. I'm in shorts right now, and barefoot. I never have shoes on though. That's besides.
Can we really consider Zach a big guy? I mean, he's tall. That's about it. Have you seen him eat? He eats like nothing. He's skinny as a rail.
Bull crap.
Okay, he's like one of those tall bobbers, right? You have the really skinny part up top and the skinny part bottom, and then a fat part in the middle.
Shut up.
Oh, it is a good contrast. She ordered us rather a set of silicone wedding bands because I can't wear the regular rings at work anymore in the machine shop, and she originally got one. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, so she originally got one that was like an Aragorn and R1 setup for those who know what that is. And
I do.
well, the one at my size we ordered too big, and the one for hers was a little loose. But when she went to return it, and get it swapped out, they didn't have her size anymore, or my size. One of them was not right. So she was looking at other ones, and they have a Star Wars one. It's supposed to be like a Leia Han Solo one with the "I love you, I know" thing. And so I had to pick a color. That's all it was. Nothing sketchy, nothing crazy. Just two people being in love with each other, you know.
Hey, us big guys, we got the temp always turned down. That's why I get hot when I go out in the snake room. I do what I got to get done and get out of there.
Oh, geez. Bob, it's still impressive you lost that much weight, man. You look good. But he said, cool cat. James said it's because he has no meat in his bones. That's why he's always cold. And he said, I got meat. It's just not in the right places. Well, Nightbot's working. That's good. That's got to keep...
Let's see. I went from 160 and when me and Amanda first got together, and now I'm up to 240, 250. Shoot, I'm almost at the point of getting an Uber and going fishing. My transmission being messed up, I can't do nothing. And I didn't have the 3,000 to fix it. Yeah, I hate Walmart. Good luck getting me in Walmart.
That's awesome, Bob. I'm glad you're able to get off that. Well, according to the doctor, I'm supposed to weigh no more than 220. So, according to them, I'm supposed to lose 150 pounds.
I didn't think you were that heavy.
I weigh 300 and what was it? 381 last I checked, but 390 last time I was at the doctor. I've lost weight since I started this other job back because I'm standing all day now, even though I'm not running stairs. Yes, Shayna, I did announce tomorrow's plans, but no, I did not. We didn't discuss about live streaming it. We could technically if we have phone signal. If you'd rather do that instead of the video, or at least do the live stream and edit the video later. I'm 6'1", hillbilly Hondo.
You're only 1 inch taller than me.
Yep. I'm not saying I couldn't do it. That was never a concern. It's an issue of desire versus flavor. I really like food. I can't help it. Well, we can discuss that, Shane. I definitely am. I'm not opposed. It would help kill some of the time of us waiting as well.
Yeah, hillbilly. I'm 6 foot too, so or I'm 6 foot tall as well.
If we do decide, would you anybody interested in watching my wife and I do a 1v1 live stream tomorrow, as opposed to doing just a 1v1 video?
Do both.
We could. I could take the go. I got that's a good point. I got to charge the cameras anyway. I'll have to get those when I get back from the house or get back from picking up Josie from daycare.
Which when everybody met me at the first gathering, I had a couple people tell me they didn't think I was as big as I was.
I remember that.
And the bad part is Skip's same height I am. So there's no real comparison on a boat and everything like that. He's a little bit bigger than me though. A little heavier.
Oh, don't be hating on James. Self-checkout is annoying, but it's typically faster, so I do it too. But I can understand getting frustrated not wanting to do it.
Well, I used to work at my Walmart, so everybody knows me. That's why I don't go in Walmart.
Right.
Because then everybody stops me, tries to talk to me. I'm like, I just want to get my stuff and get out. I don't like human interaction that much. I'd like to get back down to 200.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand that. You know what you could do, James? Instead of using the motor, you could take a paddle and try to paddle your boat and burn some calories that way. And I agree, Bobcat. I've gotten to the point where it's way faster for me just to use self-checkout. And I don't know if y'all saw her or not, but Shannon's talking about how that when she was working there, they wouldn't let them open a register. They were encouraging the use of the self-checkouts. And so it wasn't even something that she could have in her control, and people would yell at her for not opening a register a lot. And she came home a couple times mad about that. I do remember that.
The only thing about self-checkout, you got some of the sketchy people that steal stuff through it. But if I do go to Walmart, I go through self-checkout. It's like when we went grocery shopping last time, we had a woman get mad at us.
I missed something here because she said, but you know what they say, you either see jail time or the company gets insurance money. I'm missing something
Talking
here.
about people using self-checkout to steal stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big problem in our Walmart when self-checkout first came out. And then while I was working there, somebody messed up and put the hundreds where the fives were supposed to go. So people would go buy something with a $10 bill that was like $1. Instead of getting a five, they get a $100 bill back.
Right.
Before they caught the mistake, all the $100 bills were gone because everybody was telling their friends, "Hey, this register's messed up." I remember that happening. And a couple of associates did that too once they figured it out. Every single one that did that got fired for it. Maybe it was 20s then. It was some higher bill than a five,
Right.
but I thought it was hundreds. It was some higher bill than a five.
Bob, you would be that guy. Jeez. Seems like you pull the eggs out of the carton and tell them there are no barcodes on the eggs.
Well, that tells you I didn't do it. If I didn't know they didn't do hundreds. I just heard about it. It happened like 2 months before I quit. Hey, Anthony, I'm gonna have to jump off here in a minute and help Amanda with the kids.
Oh, you're good, man. Do what you gotta do. I gotta leave fairly soon anyway. Pick up Josie from daycare. So you do what you gotta do, man. If anybody else does want to pop up, though, I'm more than welcome to let me know, and I'll drag you up here for a minute if you want to chit chat. Take Zach's place.
I mean, if you're gonna jump down here soon, I can stay up here for a minute.
But I'd say it won't be long. I'm gonna try to be done by 3. It's 2:40 now, so. Well, Hillbilly, if you give me a second, I can show you a penny. I got one on my desk here somewhere. I thought I did. I picked one up off there. It is. No, that's not a coin. Never mind. I lied.
You know what I miss about the pandemic? Everybody getting stimulus checks and buying stupid stuff, because I sold a lot of animals during the pandemic. I made a lot of money.
That's true.
Dude, I mean, sales were good then. Now nobody's got money and sales are way down. So yeah, I don't know anything that happens up front with the cash registers, Shayna. I was a overnight frozen stalker. I just heard about it. I think it was like 4 or 5 employees got fired over it though. Because they kept buying stuff at that register just to get 20s back. Or getting the higher bills back.
Anthony J, what's up, man? Just setting up some stuff for tomorrow's live stream. First episode of the Bait Tank podcast. You know what? Hey, while y'all are here, since this is a new batch of people, y'all haven't heard the intro yet. Let's play that intro so y'all can hear it. So, here we go.
Grab your rods and tackle box, folks, as we dive into the wild world of fishing. Get ready for some laughs, some fish stories, and a touch of chaos as we wade into the deep waters of fishing wisdom. Our guides on this trip are a know-it-all, a guy who desperately needs a haircut, and a man named Sam. In this podcast, this motley crew shares their knowledge, their latest fishing antics, and probably get into more trouble than they bargained for. It's a podcast as unpredictable as the sport of fishing. If you love fishing, then this is the place to be, because in this podcast, every catch is a big one. Every story is a keeper, and the only thing more legendary than the tales is the trio delivering them. Welcome to the Bait Tank.
Ta-da! Turned out pretty good, I think.
I still like that intro.
But I think it turned out pretty good. Like I said, I put a little bit of thought into it, and I thought it was humorous. I've been called a know-it-all in the past, and you obviously get accused of needing a haircut a lot. And uh-oh.
Every
Hang
day.
on.
I'll just say it. I hated working for
Wow.
Walmart.
Hey, Anthony, I'm sorry. I'm messing around with Nightbot. I need to adjust it, obviously. I thought it was 6 emotes per message, not 6 emotes period before it counts as spam. So I gotta fix that. I am sorry.
It kicked him?
Yeah, well, it mute. I don't think it kicked him. I think it just timed him out. Sorry, buddy. Actually, I'm gonna just disable that one. That's not it's not one I need to worry about. Did it show the message though? Well, yeah, because it should have only been for a couple of seconds because it was your first offense. Did it at least say, hey, keep it easy or take it easy or something? Uncle Lou, welcome in. If I'm not mistaken, it should have said, please keep the emotes down to a minimum. They are cute, but they take up a lot of chat space. I don't know if I said that or not. We'll have to see.
What's up, Uncle Lou? And that's the main one that accuses me of needing a haircut.
I didn't need to do anything crazy. I just was hoping to help. You know, those people that come in, they're like, oh, here, sex chat, blah, 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 heart, XXX, heart. I was like, okay, I'm going to set it to 6 because they usually do 6. And it would just instantly get rid of it, right? That's what I was hoping. But apparently it's 6 instances, period. So now I'm curious. I'm going to mess with that some more because if I wonder how long of a time frame it'll do it. Because if you're in a 2-hour live stream and somebody puts a heart 6 times and it kicks them, but you know they did it spread out across the whole entire 2 hours. You know I don't want that. That's obviously not the intention.
Bob's trying to get kicked.
Nah. Well, I don't have it turned on now. I turned it off.
You can put my phone on.
Disable that one. You know, I do need to do that though. Ha! Oh, Anthony, you're such a repeat offender. Oh, sorry, man. This is great.
Did it get him already?
Yeah, for all caps. He typed the whole message in all caps, and I have it set for like 10 characters. And
Oh my god!
Do you see what it says? Can you see it? Calls
Chill
us
and
to
relax.
relax.
No yelling is needed.
Oh. Shayna, we could do both. I can run the GoPros and have the camera too. Since I have that new software for the phone, I don't have to use StreamYard for it. I can do both. Like I said, I was only I'm trying to prevent inappropriate stuff, so I'm gonna mess with the blacklisted phrases and words instead. I'm gonna disable the caps one too. Disable the caps. I'll keep the repetitions one.
Being a second time, he got timed out what 3 minutes this time, doing it?
I don't know. I don't know if they stack for different offenses or if it's multiples of the same offense. It might be longer.
Freaking Nightbot after him though.
It is. See you,
as soon
Bob.
as you turned it on, it said nope, Anthony's gone.
Take it easy, Bob. Thanks for coming in, man. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Oh. That is 10 minutes. Oof. Sorry, Anthony, if you're listening, man. Oh, I hope I didn't give you a whole 10 minutes.
I thought it went from a few seconds to 3 minutes to 10 minutes.
Let me see. Let me see. Hang on.
So it's YouTube themselves that have it, right?
Mm-hmm. I think Nightbot's through YouTube, ain't it?
Oh no, yeah, no. Nightbot's is a third party thing, but it goes through YouTube. So no, it goes literally from 5 seconds to 10 minutes.
Oh,
Whoops.
I might adjust that. Let's go to 300 seconds. 5 minutes, a little more manageable.
especially if Nightbot gonna be coming after him like that.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, it's Amanda in the background.
Yeah, that's Amanda in the background. Nightbot, Anthony's probably using it for the XXX things that get in there.
As I'm trying to use it for, yeah, but I'm obviously not programming it correctly.
Say hi.
Hi.
Blew every bit of that smoke in my face.
Welcome to my world.
Well, you'll get over it like I will.
Uh-huh.
Shoot, this Nightbot's gonna try to time me out. That I'm in the stream.
Nah.
Off of it.
All of a sudden, the audio completely cuts out.
Yeah.
It just says timeout on the screen.
Put the Viking in the corner.
Yeah.
You know how our people are. We don't hold our tongue very well.
Right.
Gaia did not like that.
Man keeps trying to play with her and she don't want to play.
Amanda, Shayna says hi. In case you didn't hear.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I said hi.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun thing to mess with here.
Anthony's done broke the stream several times.
Have
Yeah.
we fixed it?
We think he fixed it. We're not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Is he?
You should be dead asleep when the cat jumps on your back and falls asleep, and you go to roll over, and she digs claws in because she feels like she's about to fall. That don't feel good.
I can tell you where she fell asleep on me and big claws. That hurt. That was my arm.
Oh yeah, we adopted a cat, by the way.
She digged her claws on the underneath my arm.
I missed something. What's the skill worth working on?
I think this
Nightbot thing.
Nightbot and the ninja thing that we're doing.
I got you.
The streaming thing.
I got you.
I'll take it, throw it away.
Sabrina.
Cause I mean, if we can host tournaments from this and have that many people, then we could probably do like a small entry fee and do payout tournaments from something like this with that many people in there.
Yes and no. So payout tournaments, you still have to have. There's a bunch of certifications you have to do, but you could definitely do prize giveaways and stuff like that. But if you do anything with cash, you have to do a bunch of tests and get some licenses and stuff. At least for me here in Tennessee, and I'm assuming that with me being based in Tennessee, I'd have to do it. But if it was like, hey, this many people in, winner gets a $25 gift card, whether there's no entry fee or something, then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, that was just a thought.
No, it is for sure. And I think the other part of it is too. I could be wrong. I think it may also have to do with whether or not we take a cut out of the earnings or whatever. You know what I mean? Because
I'd say give it all to first, second, and third place.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with something like that. But I'm just saying I don't know where the line is for having to have those permissions, licenses, whatever. For that stuff like that.
I wonder how many people we could get to do a kayak tournament with us too.
Well, like I said, I wouldn't be able to compete in it. You could.
We can get somebody else to host it.
Not unless they're gonna come sit in my house in front of my computer.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Just saying.
At that point, it wouldn't be fair for me to compete in it either. Then.
I mean, I don't care. Like that's if we do anything. I don't know if we're gonna do anything or not. I just like the idea of the potential of it being there. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, if we do that, I'll do first place. Gets my Helix 5. It's a decent.
Hey, you want to come sit at my house? If it was bigger than a 5-inch screen, I definitely would be considering that. The Helixes are nice.
I mean, it's a good start to a fish finder on a kayak, though.
Right.
I mean, I've only ever used it, I think, like 6 or 7 times. And that's it. But I was thinking about doing a giveaway with it or giving it to somebody. Oh. I didn't think about it that way either, fishing for whiskers. He brought up a good point. You might want to read that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I know it varies from state to state and whatnot. Also, and that's why I'm more leaning towards just doing it for bragging rights or for a prize payout rather than cash payout. Just have it limited entries, you know, only some people can get in, whatever.
Yeah.
Mrs. Yak got a brand new fishing reel for Christmas. She wanted a new bait runner reel, so I got her one that's actually hers. It's nicer than the ones I have. And then it's still by the same company, Sugjali Lang, or how you pronounce it. But
Do
it's
you still
significantly
have
nicer.
the,
It's still a 6000 series. Yeah, we still have your big blue.
have you used it?
Nope.
Well, if you ever get rid of it, you know it comes back to me, right?
Oh, it's coming back to you next time I see you. That was already the plan, along with your frog cage, because I got our frog a new one.
Okay.
I say I got it. My wife bought it, but
Y'all still got the whisker seekers? The
oh,
9-footer?
hey, dang, hang on. Oh, that's not good. No bueno.
What?
Be right back. Battery's like 3%.
Okay, well, I gotta go do something with the stove real quick, so I'll be back too.
No worries. Phone's about to die. Hang on, guys.
Are you back yet?
Well, that's dumb. Wasn't fast enough.
Oh no.
I don't know if you guys can still hear me. I can't see anything, but
I hear you. I don't know if they hear you. They can hear you.
if you can hear me, that's good. Enjoy the green screen.
You should put an egg on the green screen.
Oh, dang it. I unplugged my mouse on accident, too. Son of a
Good
biscuit.
job. And of course, my dog's in there barking. Me and my petting zoo in here.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I got most of the collection moved outside now into the shed.
It's true.
Next time y'all come over, there won't be so much in the house. The only two people that's ever been in my house outside of my family is Big Skip and you and Shayna. So you can
Really?
vouch. I have a petting zoo. Oh, the kids got the dogs railed up. They're playing.
Can you hear me still, Zach?
I may not be a smart man,
Mother trucker.
hillbilly. Well, I was thinking there. Anthony's out of trouble finally. He back. You better be careful that Nightbot coming after you. I still can't believe no longer than you activated it, it kicked him.
Can you hear me still, Zach?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Oh.
Have you figured it out yet?
Nope. Phone's still charging. I need to get a fast charge cable for in the house, so it boils down to. But I mean, we've been streaming for over 2 hours, so at least I know my phone will at least last that long.
Hey, I can stream like 8 hours with my phone and it not die.
Well, the difference here is that I was using my phone as a camera for my computer.
Oh. Pulling
Which
weight
he's
on
right.
you.
I need to just get one of either the old tablet I have or the old phone because I got more than one phone and use it instead. I just used this because I was testing things out.
I got 2 phones. I'm not gonna finish the rest of the phone.
Hey Anthony, no worries, man. I disabled the caps one, so it shouldn't be a problem anymore.
The question is, what's it gonna kick him for next?
Yeah. We shall see. We definitely shall see.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot I could do this. Hang on. Let's do this. This is a thing. I could do this. Control C.
I think I can.
Well, it's been something I wanted to do anyway, so let me just slap it on here.
Hey, Alex. Close my door real quick. Thank you. Well, it cancels a little bit of the noise. Wait.
Aha.
What?
Oh, that didn't work. That's not what I wanted to do.
No, that didn't work at all, did it?
No, phooey. You have to fix that. Delete.
So you shouldn't need that.
Nah.
The only thing is about this program, it doesn't let you put up our icons.
I mean, I could set it up so it has your icon if the camera is disabled. I could do that. But now they can't hear you because I'm on this screen. That's funny. All right. It is all good, man. It's all good. So let's just shut that off. And let me just add an image. Yak logo. Browse. Way deep in my computer.
I need to send you my logo, that way you can put it on mine. Stop.
Ta-da!
You need to do like a Halloween logo where it's a zombie yak
I don't know about that. Let's see.
and a half-eaten fish.
Official podcast is tomorrow at 10 p.m. It's going to be us introducing ourselves, talk about why we like fishing, and for the first topic. And the second topic is going to be about what to do with your Christmas money when it comes to fishing, what's the best deals, where to find the best deals, stuff like that. So it should be entertaining and informative. That's the goal. And then later on, we'll do things like, is live scope cheating or blah, 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 some more controversial type stuff. But I didn't want to do that with the first episode until we got most of the kinks worked out.
Because anybody that knows me, I have an opinion, and I don't care what anybody thinks about my opinion.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yep. My opinion might not match up with yours. That's why this show is going to be difference of opinion.
Well, exactly. That's why there's 3 different people.
Yep.
Mark, what is going on, buddy?
What's up, Mark?
Sing H or Singe or how you pronounce that? Welcome in. Just testing stuff for tomorrow's show. Learning as I go because I already killed a camera and some other stuff.
He's broke the program a couple times.
I have. But we've worked a lot of the kinks out now, and it should be interesting tomorrow. That's all I can say.
Well, the good thing about all 3 of us, we all have experience fishing from a boat. We all have experience fishing from a kayak, and we all have experience fishing from the bank.
Yep. Well, Sing, welcome in. Mark's in here now. I'm thinking about bacon. Bacon sounds pretty good. Yes, sir. I am using OBS. I still had it on my computer from when I was live streaming video games back in the day.
I've been thinking about doing that with the Ark game. I
You
want to
should.
do it with Ark Survival Ascended. I just don't have that game yet. I just have Ark Survival Evolved.
Right.
That one, I even quit playing the other Ark because, I mean, it's the same game but remastered.
Right.
So it looks way better. And after seeing videos of the new game, I'm like, I don't even want to play mine no more.
What's up, Sing?
I think we got 3 diverse people, and we all have high points on what we do and stuff like that. We all fish for different things at different times, and
Yeah. All right. Well, I have my first person to blacklist. Easy
I'd say
peasy,
so.
lemon squeezy.
I wouldn't let nobody start no crap like that.
Nope.
He just starting trouble for no reason.
He was. He, she, they. I don't know.
Them. I mean,
Well, I was looking at I went to their channel. They only got 11 subscribers and had nothing at all on anything other than that. So it's obviously a troll account of some sort. So whatever.
bah.
Yep.
Do the same thing I do. I've got a couple people blacklisted from my channel for doing the same stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we're here to have fun, talk about fishing. I'm not here to start anything with anybody. I don't want anybody starting anything with anybody else other than you, me, and Sam. Obviously, we can do whatever to each other. We're obligated by being host and co-host to give each other a little bit of crap.
Oh, you know I'm good for that.
However, it is past 3 o'clock. I am going to go ahead and call this for sure at this point. Thanks again.
Okay.
One more time. I'm going to go ahead and do the intro one more time for those who haven't heard it.
Grab your rods and tackle box, folks, as we dive into the wild world of fishing. Get ready for some laughs, some fish stories, and a touch of chaos as we wade into the deep waters of fishing wisdom. Our guides on this trip are a know-it-all, a guy who desperately needs a haircut, and a man named Sam. In this podcast, this motley crew shares their knowledge, their latest fishing antics, and probably get into more trouble than they bargained for. It's a podcast as unpredictable as the sport of fishing. If you love fishing, then this is the place to be, because in this podcast, every catch is a big one. Every story is a keeper, and the only thing more legendary than the tales is the trio delivering them. Welcome to the Bait Tank.
All right, there's that, and because it is ending, I'm going to go and do the ending screen for anybody who wants to see that. Nothing fancy. Just a nice song and some thanks. So thanks again, guys. We'll see y'all later. Have a nice day. Enjoy your weekend. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for the first episode of the Bait Tank podcast and possibly a live stream 1v1 between Mrs. Yak and myself tomorrow. It's still up for debate if we're going to stream it or not, and obviously it depends on signal. So hopefully see you guys later this weekend. Take it easy and have a good day.